For several nights straight, a massive herd of wild boars has been tearing through a cornfield, skirting the forest. Deep claw marks and tracks the size of a man's fist crisscross the field, an eerie sign that sends chills down everyone's spine. Today, we decided to go after the ringleaders. The locals call them the Black Shadows of the Red Soil. Our team came fully loaded. Live cam drones, rifles, tracking gear, everything ready for a full-scale showdown with these beasts. As dawn broke, our Ford Raptor roared into the forest. The question lingering in everyone's mind: will we truly come face to face with the monsters today? We started at the forest edge, where fresh tracks stood out clearly on the damp earth. Not far off, maybe 60 meters, a medium-sized boar was hiding in the underbrush. I signaled my teammate to flank right while I held center. The moment the boar poked its head out, I squeezed the trigger. Direct hit. The bullet punched through its body, dropping it instantly. Clean start. We quickly examined the area and moved forward. We continued deeper into the forest, thicking close to a narrow trail. Suddenly, rustling ahead, getting louder. Turns out another boar was digging around, likely scavenging. Range 80 men, wind slightly blowing against us. I adjusted for wind and lowered the shot angle, waiting for it to turn broadside. Bang! The boar collapsed right there. We marked the site, recorded footage with a phone, and pressed off heading north. The sun climbed higher, and while visibility improved, every step became riskier. We swept nearby areas, and within 10 minutes, I spotted another boar peeking from the brush. I moved in, steadied my aim, and fired. First shot struck its side. It jolted and tried to bolt. I quickly followed up with the second round straight into the chest. That brought it down for good. Another threat neutralized. As we wrapped up collecting the spoils, our scout radioed in. Movement spotted at 4. I advanced swiftly and managed to close in. I picked cover behind a tree, looked through the scope. Angle was tricky, roughly 30° off, and the target was farther than usual. I fired. The bullet struck its shoulder. It staggered but didn't fall. The beast roared and tore into the dense forest. It almost got away, but we had planned ahead. Earlier, my team and I had coordinated and set a trap. Just as expected, the boar burst out right into my teammate's line of fire. No hesitation, he steadied his aim, lined up the headshot, and pulled the trigger. One clean shot, game over. The forest went dead silent. Another monster taken down. We were just about to call it a day when a faint noise came from the forest edge. A smaller boar, likely separated from the herd, crept cautiously into view. Oh, target goes unclaimed. I raised my rifle, waited for it to step into the kill zone. Fired the final shot. A clean hit, a collective sigh of relief swept through the team. The scattered shell casings, the scent of damp earth, and the fresh tracks left behind all stand as witness to a day of relentless pursuit and precise action. Every step of the hunt was carried out in a state-approved hunting zone, in strict compliance with the state's regulations. Every fall, South Georgia ignites with fierce wild boar hunts. These wild beasts don't run away. They charge head first, fierce, destructive, and fearless. Thomas's team sets out fully equipped and determined to stop the rampaging monsters tearing through the land. But on these rugged hillsides, every plan can collapse in the blink of an eye. Will they keep control of the situation, or will they become the hunted? Follow the entire journey coming up next. With experience from countless hunts, Thomas knew exactly when wild boars were most active. They had already set their traps and were waiting. The morning light filtered through the trees, footsteps rustling nearby. As Thomas's eyes locked onto the scene, a boar slowly wandered into view, searching for food. Without hesitation, Thomas raised his rifle, his finger tightening on the trigger, sweaty with anticipation. The decisive moment had arrived. The bullet tore through the air, striking the beast dead on. The first shot echoed, signaling the official start of the battle. On the opposite hillside, Jack was scanning through his binoculars when he suddenly spotted something unusual. Oh, that silhouette is charging full speed, ignoring everything around it. Without hesitation, Jack squeezed the trigger decisively. After the sharp crack, the beast collapsed to the ground. The threat was stopped. Security for the farmers secured. It took Thomas 15 minutes to reach the mountain summit. From there, his view stretched across the entire valley below. Thomas immediately raised his rifle, which jolted with a loud crack. But the prey wasn't easy to bring down. After several consecutive shots, the mission was finally complete. The hillside returned to its familiar calm. And once again, Thomas proved why he's always on the front lines in the fight to protect this land. After wrapping up the hillside encounter, Thomas quietly moved down the trail below. The sound signaling the wild boar's presence grew louder and clearer. Arriving at the path, he carefully identified the direction the beast would come from, then took position, waiting for the decisive moment. Finally, his patience paid off. Thomas fired instantly as the monster suddenly charged. He ended its plans with a precise shot, showcasing the skill and calm confidence of a seasoned professional hunter. Before Thomas could even celebrate the last shot, he was already face-to-face with another boar. The moment it charged out, his fingers squeezed the trigger without hesitation. The bullet flew through, shutting down any chance of escape. What do you think about that shot? If you were in Thomas's boots, would you have reacted that fast? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. No time to rest. Another signal rang out not far from Jack's position. He moved in immediately. As soon as he spotted the target, Jack took it down easily at close range. The door to survival slammed shut for this destructive beast. The hunting dogs quickly moved in to complete the final task. There were too many wild boars here, big, aggressive, and fearless. But with our seasoned expertise, they swiftly took control of the situation, taking down each one cleanly and efficiently. The lush green fields now bear only the scars of destruction caused by rampaging wild boars. Multiplying rapidly, they swarm down, devastating the crops. Upon receiving reports, the hunters immediately set out, determined to halt this destruction. Can they stop the beasts and restore peace to the fields? Follow the thrilling moments ahead to find out. The French grasslands are becoming a hotspot as ferocious beast herds wreak havoc. Thomas's hunting team swiftly moves in, kicking off a thrilling pursuit. Just minutes later, a shooter spots the wild boar herd charging past, seeking refuge in the dense forest on the other side. Without hesitation, he pulls the trigger and the second boar collapses instantly. The rest scatter in panic, hiding before the next shot can ring out. Continuing to track the remaining wild boars, Thomas keenly observed every thicket ahead. Suddenly, a shot from his teammate rang out, and a boar burst forward. Not letting it escape, a decisive shot immediately echoed, cutting off the animal's path to freedom. At another location, the barking of hunting dogs signaled the prey's position. The shooter immediately rushed forward, ready to engage. At that moment, a wild boar charged across his line of sight. Without a moment's hesitation, a gunshot rang out instantly. The bullet struck directly into the animal's body, causing it to collapse onto the thick grass, unable to escape. At the same time, a night hunt was unfolding in the Texas fields. Kevin's team had arrived early, surrounding an area suspected of harboring wild boar tracks. At the edge of the field, through binoculars, a shooter spotted the boar herd charging down, wreaking havoc. Unable to stand by any longer, gunfire erupted in rapid succession. Several boars were taken down on the spot, their bodies scattered across the field, with only a few managing to escape. At the eastern edge of the field, the 3 remaining wild boars were trying to slip away. But they couldn't evade Jack's infrared scope. Without a second hesitation, the next series of shots rang out. Swift, clean, and precise. They collapsed on the spot, unable to escape, leaving only their scattered remains across the field. Another threat was eradicated. The radio crackled with signals pinpointing the locations of other wild boar herds. Kevin and his team swiftly moved in. The boars were busy grazing, unaware of the ambush awaiting them. Without delay, gunfire erupted, sweeping through the beasts in rapid bursts, leaving them no chance to escape. The Texas field was now littered with the remains of the destructive press. Peace had been restored. New South Wales, the agricultural lifeline of Australia, generating billions of dollars every year. But now it's under siege by bloodthirsty wild boars. These beasts tear through the land, ripping up soil, destroying crops, and causing tens of millions in damage. To protect this fertile ground, hunters from across the country are mobilizing, and the battle for survival has begun. Can they stop them before it's too late? Join in and witness the fight right now, 5:00 a.m. As the first light of dawn breaks the horizon, we load up our gear and climb into our trusty vehicle, rolling out toward the rendezvous point. The moment we arrive, The team immediately fans out, moving to our pre-planned hiding spots. 20 minutes pass, dead silence. Not a sound, not a sign. Then, just as I crouched behind a thick bush, a massive wild boar, easily 500 lb, bursts out of nowhere, charging just a few meters in front of me. A sharp crack of gunfire